Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You are listening to Hot Cocoa. We are going to talk about that Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 15. Before we do that, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And now, let's get into the shade of it all. Bravo is shady as you know what. They begin the episode with the flashback of the OGs. None of them are there anymore, so I guess it was kind of like shade, kind of not, or showing a revolution of the show. This season is basically newbies. I mean, all of them are not newbies, but basically they are, if you get what I'm saying, because Shannon, I think she's been there for a minute, but she's still like a newbie to me. Kelly is like a newbie to me, and the rest of them are like newbies to me. So it's like a revolution of the show. Will it be good without the OGs? Time will tell. Who knows? We shall see. Okay, the show starts off with Shannon and her new relationship with this guy named John. I'm a little in my feelings because these old women stay getting boyfriends. They be like 55 with a boyfriend, 60 with a boyfriend. Hot Cocoa over here single as I don't know what. But I digress. Let's move on. But she has this new relationship with this guy named John. She has 3 kids. John has 3 kids. His kids seem to be a little bit older than her kids, but I guess they get along well. I mean, for the cameras, it seems like the whole family is gelling. And it seems like they all get along together. But, like, of course, it's reality TV and everybody looks perfect and happy. And then we move on to Kelly Dodd. Ugh, she's not my favorite housewife at all. She has a lot of issues she needs to deal with. I'm not like a psychiatrist or anything like that. But Kelly got issues, Lord have mercy. I have never seen anybody like Kelly in my life. And I think it's due to maybe her childhood or something happened to her in the past. The way she deal with things, it's like she goes from 0 to 100. She goes all the way in when she goes back at you. It says something about somebody who does that. Like, who hurt you, girl? Like, who did it to you? Let me know, because we need to find out why you act the way you act. So now we see Shannon and Gina have this new friendship that I guess built over time. And because the OGs left, Shannon has no choice to make friends with the other girls because she was more of Tamar and Vicky's friend. And so now they are cool. And she still have this thing with Kelly Dodd that may be her go-to friend. So now they meet together. They show Gina's home and it seems small. But why are the kids and the boyfriend living with Gina? To me, that's super fast. It's so many beds in their house. The kids won't find their, I guess, personal space, but the way she describes it is like they get along, so they are okay with it. 3 boys and 3 girls, and everybody living in that small house. I don't know. I think when you divorce or move on, sometimes you need time to get over things or to heal, and to jump into a new relationship with that many children. I think that you're setting yourself up for an epic fail. But that's just me. I don't have a kid or a husband, so maybe my thinking or my perception is way different than somebody who does. Y'all let me know in the comment what you think about moving forward that fast. And if you want another family moving into your home and y'all can live together, let me know what you think about that in the comments. So now Kelly and Broadwin are going to this lady named Elizabeth house. I guess they're introducing us to Elizabeth. That champagne popped Broadwin straight in her face. And you know, rich people problems. She said I had work done, so I don't feel nothing. I can't. Like, I cannot. That thing was, I'm pretty sure it was incredibly hard. Like, child said she didn't feel a thing. Girl. Whew. Anywho, So they introduce us to Elizabeth. They say she was married to a billionaire, and then we find out she has a boyfriend. He looks way younger than she is, but he doesn't want to have relations with her because she is technically still married. Now, there are good people left in the world, right? Let's just start with that. It's not like this cannot happen. It's just that in 2020, it's rare that somebody say, we are boyfriend and girlfriend, but because you are still married, technically, we're not going to do anything. Now, I commend them if that's true and genuine. But when it comes to rich people, you have to always assume or expect that these people are trying to use you. I guess that we will see more about this story later on, because if she gets a divorce and he comes up with another excuse as to why they're not having relations, then yeah, we have a problem, dude. I agree with Kelly with this. See, Kelly's that person that sometimes you can rock with her, but when she go the other way, it's like, girl, I can't be with you when you do that. But sometimes she can be cool and make sense. But that's just Kelly. I see Emily and Shane still trying to make it, and I am for it. I think that with relationships, sometimes on camera, it comes off a certain way, and the viewer don't see the person that they fell in love with. But if she's still there with Shane, then I think that they should be together and they should work it out. They begin to talk about Browning, and I find this very interesting because now that Vicky is gone and Tamar is gone, they need a new victim. So I'm thinking that this season is going to be the team, the group, the circle, all against on Browning and her drinking, because the footage is there, but it wasn't shown before. Like last season when we met Browning, it was never mentioned that she had an alcohol issue. Now, all of a sudden, Emily brings it up at the table with her husband. And now all these past things start popping up from Bravo, like the evidence, the receipts. And I think that's what's going to happen this season. You know, they found one person and they like to team up and jump on that one person. Let's see how Browning acts and how she get through this. But I think that's what's going to be this season. I don't understand why the Housewives have to do this. Why they have to team up on one person. They did it to Alexa. They did it to Tamara. They did it to Vicky. Like, they all have been through it. But why? To me, that doesn't make good TV. Just live your life and let us see what's going on in your life and let it be authentic. And I think we will still like it, because even when you don't expect things, drama comes on its own. So when they self-produce and get these storylines out about people having drinking problems or things of that nature, I just think it's messy. So now we have Shannon and Rowan talking about Kelly. And we have Kelly and Gina talking about Shannon and how they want everybody to be together. And another thing came up about Rowan's drinking. I'm telling you, this is going to be the focal point of this season. They're going to team up, have some kind of intervention, or put themselves in a position where they need not to be, because honestly, I don't think these people are really friends. Like, the people you want to be around with is your friend. These people you have to be around because you signed a contract and you try to make it the best you can. But at the end of the day, at the core of it all, you guys are not friends. So I think that sometimes they overstep their boundaries, and that's why it comes off the way it does, or people get frustrated, or they get annoyed, or they get upset and they walk off the camera because they don't want these things exposed on television. To be an alcoholic or to have an abusive relationship with alcohol can be detrimental to any business, any reputation you may have. So to say that on camera, not only Emily saying it, we have Kelly and Gina talking about it. So now they want Kelly and Shannon to be friends again. And I guess this is to get the group back together in its entirety, so they can have these little outbursts at dinners, go on vacations, and you know, it's just episode 1 of the new season, so we got to make it right. Kelly would take Shannon back. but Kelly won't not strike her again, if that makes sense to anybody. Kelly wants the friends, but she wants them the way she wants them. She don't want friends to tell her when she's wrong or to be a friend. She just wants you to be like, you're good, you okay, you're beautiful, everything with you is right, nothing is wrong. Kelly just wants that kind of friend. She can't handle an honest friend. And I think that's her problem or her issue, because maybe when she was younger, they used to tease her about something because she has issues. Baby, she has issues. So I'm thinking Elizabeth is an official new housewife. And now we're getting into her story of her past and where she's at now. She seems to have been an eye candy trophy wife for many years of her marriage. And once she got to a point where she wanted to do more, she decided to divorce. And I think as a young woman, when you're seeking men of power or money, that you do not understand the position you will be with a man of power and money. I think a lot of people are attracted to the lifestyle, but they don't understand that they will have to be a certain way dealing with men like this. And once it becomes too much for them, or they grow and they learn, they experience life situations, they begin to change their mind and want to be more independent and want a career or want something of their own. So I think that's a testament to a lot of young girls out there who think marrying a man for money or power or lifestyle is the way to go, because as you grow mentally, you begin to change. So, so far, she's okay. I do not want to make my judgments until we see later on in a situation where she's with everybody and we can see the real Elizabeth. And now the sit down. Bum, bum, bum. Between Shannon and Kelly. They sit down and they start their conversation about who was hurt, who hurt who, why was I hurt. You only think about yourself. This is how I feel, but you think about yourself, and this is how I feel. I think that if both of them are sitting here expressing how hurt they are and not acknowledging how hurt the other person is, or take accountability of what they done in a situation, or say, listen, I did this to you, I am sorry. And not with the but, you did this to me. Just say, I am sorry, and leave it like that. And the other person can say, thank you for saying that. I am also sorry for my part in it, and we can move on. But no, Kelly gets up and be the child that she is. Doesn't say excuse me or give me a second. She walks off to use the bathroom. She just bothers me sometimes. Like, she's so childlike behavior. It's like, girl, grow up. You are over 40. Get it together. So they end the conversation pretty well. They apologize to each other. Simply just what I said. And, they said they wanted to move forward. And because they live in the same neighborhood, it would be easier to get together and do things and be girlfriends. Fingers crossed. So now we moved on to Gina going to Bronwyn's house, and I guess they are speaking about their relationship as far as they are not connecting. My thing about this scene is when they went to sit on the couch and Gina put all her feet in that lady's couch. Who does that? Who goes to somebody's house and put their feet all in your couch? I don't understand why people do that. This is not your home. If I invited you and say, get comfortable, put your feet in my couch, that'll be one thing which I would never say. But to just do it, especially when you are not friends with the person, I don't understand why people do that. Your feet was in your shoes and probably somewhere in your house. And I don't want that in my couch. What if I put my face there? Like if I'm asleep and I gotta put my face there, like, ew, nasty. So we basically end the show with Gina and Bronwyn talking about the drinking again, and I'm sure that they knew this was going to be a storyline because it's been all over this first episode about Bronwyn's drinking, and she actually said she's an alcoholic. She said it. She owned it. So it is what it is now. Once you own it, they can't really do nothing with it. But because she wasn't in denial, or, it didn't go as far as them talking about it behind her back, setting up an intervention and all this things like that. So I guess now she might not be the victim. Who knows? Kelly talks about her relations with her 60-year-old a lot. Like from this first episode, I may have heard her talk about relations with her 60-year-old boyfriend about 10 times. What does that say? Maybe she's not getting as much as she's talking about. Or she want us to think that it's all of that, Girl, keep that private. Now, if it is all of that, you're going to have all these girls out here in the streets trying to get with your 60-year-old man. Some things we need to keep private. Like, girl, if y'all doing it 2 and 3 times a day, good for you, good for Viagra, all that. Great, that's great. But to say it almost 10 times in one episode, you're doing too much as usual. Well, that was the show, season 15, episode 1. Did you really miss the OGs? I don't know. I mean, I like Vicky and Tamara. I'm not their biggest fan because they were messy at times, but they brought something to the table where I wanted to watch every week. Whether it was something good or something bad, they brought that. Now, I don't know how this new season going to be because this Elizabeth chick look like she's calm. She don't look like she's dramatic, so we might not get nothing out of her. Kelly might be our only drama, but her drama is so frustrating because she's almost childlike. Well, we will see. Well, I'll be back next week because I like to watch TV. No, don't do that. Don't judge me because I'm not judging you. Peace out, son.